Blessed be my witches, my spiritualists, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer. And today we are coming from the House of Witch Please's kitchen because I was about to do some soul food videotaping, but the divine has been prompting me to make this video, so I just wanted to do it while it's flowing. I want to do this video on giving our personal power away. The reality is, if you're holding something within inside of you for a long period of time, anger, grief, fear, any of those variables that are keeping you in a state where you can't grow and you can't evolve, and all you can feel is pain, you are giving your power away to somebody else, to something else. See, what we've learned these days is to take back our personal power is to get vengeance, and that is bullshit. That is complete and utter bullshit, because you're giving into a force that is greater than you that you don't want to align your energies with. Taking back your personal power is to understand where you are at that given time and to make the decision in your reality to do with it something good. Now, I believe in leaders and I believe in followers. I'm not disputing that in any way, shape, or form. Okay, but what I'm saying is that when you make the decision to ask somebody else to tell you what to do with your own world, your own life, you are giving them power. That, in and of itself, doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But what I've noticed with a lot of people is they don't want just guidance. What they want is they want someone that they can blame after if it doesn't work out, thus making themselves a victim. That's where they want to stand. That's where they want to be. They don't want to have to stand up, make a decision, stand in that decision, and take ownership for that decision. No, they want to point fingers and say, you're the reason why this, and you're the reason why that, and I'm just a helpless victim. That bullshit. It's about high time that people started popping their mom's titty out their mouth and grew up. You have the power. It is your reality to do with it what thou wilt, my witches. Ain't nobody going to victimize you unless you allow that to happen. Because just because you're in a situation where you are the victim, boo-boo, does not mean that you need to come out of it victimized. You hold the power. It is yours to wield. Guidance is guidance. Support is support. Love is love. All of these different variables are there for you. But the moment that you take a situation and you turn yourself into a victim by it, the moment you say, I'm a victim because of this situation, the moment you do that, what you need to understand is you are giving away your power. Okay? And receiving your power or taking back your power does not mean vengeance. It does not mean going out and seeking to destroy. It does not mean causing other people conflict. It does not mean being cold-hearted. It does not mean losing your ability to connect. It does not mean any of these things, honey, because frankly, being empowered and taking your power back allows you to be able to be a being of love throughout all adversity. Okay? When I hit my 40s and I could see things in a completely different perspective, what I learned is that shit's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. What you do with it, if you use it to build you up, if you take ownership of a situation and not allow yourself to become a victim because of it, then and only then have you become an empowered person. And don't mistake empowered with strength, honey, because I know some people who are victims who are strong as hell. Empowered means that you know what energies you want to align yourself with, and you make the conscious decision to be a survivor rather than a victim. What a lot of people don't understand now is during COVID and all the stuff that's going on, a lot of our rights are being taken away from us and we don't even know it. If you are not in your house, if you're driving in your car somewhere, you can get arrested, boo. Arrested. And as soon as that goes in the law books, boo-boo, they can bring that back at any time, boo. Anytime. Okay? COVID could be gone, but that could just become par for the course. Realize that persecution and segregation and degradation and all of those different variables are not aligning you with your own personal power. Okay? Be a being of love if you so desire. Know thyself and grow from your experiences. Nobody can victimize you but you. And there's going to be a whole bunch of people out there saying all different things and probably getting angry and upset about what I'm saying here. And that's fine. You can do you, boo-boo. Do you. If you want to be upset by it, that's fine. Because something happened to you does not mean that you have to define yourself by that or bind yourself to that. Okay? It was a lesson. You've learned your lesson and you've moved past it. Love liberates, boo. It liberates. Anger, resentment, persecution, all of these different things will eat away at you. That's what it will do. It will eat away at you, and it will cause your soul serious damage. When you let go with love, you start to heal. I hear people all the time, how do I heal this, Odin? You let go with love. Because when you make the decision to do that, you are telling the angels, the higher self, the archangel, all of these beings, what you truly want in your life. If I was to tell you witches that the angels don't speak language, the actions you take are what they are going to really understand. So, if you hold that vibration of being a victim, then the divine is going to give you more of that. More reasons to victimize yourself. If you say, I'm going to be a being of love, and I'm going to align myself with a being with love, without persecution, without judgment, without all of these different things, bigotry, all of these things, I'm going to align myself with universal love. Then the divine will give you that in kind, because now you are speaking a language they can understand. Look, because they call it cancel culture doesn't mean that cancel culture hasn't always been around, honey. If you were a Protestant, they canceled you. If you were a Christian, they canceled you. Catholic, they canceled you. You were black, they canceled you. Cancel culture is nothing new, honey. They just put a name to it. If you didn't follow this, you were canceled. It's just the same old shit that they fucking dusted off and put a new face to. Everything is a revival now, right? Patsy said it best. You get your laundry from the dry cleaner's back, it's a revival. You see what I mean? Like, this stuff hasn't happened before. Black Lives Matter and stuff like this, right? Yeah, that's a persecution. That persecution, this is not something new. It's all the same thing. What we do is we take it, we're like, now it's inappropriate to do this. You can't do this no more. So, let's now ostracize another group of people, right? Because that's okay. When are we ever going to learn the fact that, you know what? It wasn't good in that situation and it ain't okay in this situation.
You went from oppressed to oppressor.
Exactly, right? It's just as bad. It was not that long ago that they would give you electroshock treatment and cut out parts of your brain if you were homosexual. Right? It was the witches, it was the Jews, it was the black, it was the this, it was the that, it was the other. All of these different things. Just one person, one group to another group, to another group, to another group. And we have come so far. People do victimize themselves. Well, you can't say that. I like to see myself as this, and because you don't see me as this, then I'm going to be really upset about it. And I'm going to be, well, look, you know what, darling? I respect everything that you want to say. But why are you making something that I said, right, something that's going to hurt you? That was not how I intended it. Do you see what I mean? Because what you're doing now is you're turning me into a victim. Because now I have to feel like some sort of, so I feel bad about myself, and how dare what's wrong with me because I thought that or I said that, or you know what, why would you do that to me? Why?
And the thing is, it goes even further than that. It's not just, putting the blame on the other person anymore. It's actually taking away your freedom of speech. Because I don't agree with it, because I feel triggered by it or whatever, I'm taking away your right to say it.
Exactly, right? And then we have Donald Trump getting that many votes, and people are shocked why. I'll tell you why he got that many votes. Because people can't say what they want to say right now. And the thing about it is, when you can't talk about a situation, you can't fix the situation. The moment we are allowed to talk about things without fear of persecution or cancel culture is the moment we can start getting down to some stuff. And lives don't need to be lost. Just saying. I saw this meme, which I thought was really funny. It was Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs. And he said, oh, you seem to be very sensitive. I got some thicker skin downstairs. I watch things like All in the Family. The things Archie Bunker said would blow people's wigs back. Right? But the thing about it is when you watch All in the Family, you realize that Archie was a bigot. He was a racist. He wasn't this and he wasn't that. By the end of the series, he was living with a black woman and there was condemnation of them being in a relationship. You take away communication, you take away the ability for evolution. So, you're saying something about Rowan Atkinson? What did he say?
So Rowan Atkinson, I just watched a video today where he said two things. He said, one, he quoted Barack Obama and said, Obama said the other day that if there is an issue with hate speech, we don't need less speech, we need more speech. And he also said that, if there is an issue in society, we should kind of tackle it the same way we used to tackle children's diseases. We would just, the more you get exposed to a virus as a child, the better your immune system gets and the more, resistance you build up. And he said we need to build up a resistance toward getting so easily offended.
Well, absolutely, right? But this is another thing. But you see, this is where I have issue. We've gotten so far past a state where people now don't even want to hear what you have to say. They don't want to hear you. Whatever that bias is, whatever that, belief is, that dogma is, whatever it is, they don't want to hear what you have to say. So they're not going to listen to you anyways. Do you see what I mean? Unless what you're saying coincides with what this person believes or the mass culture believes, I don't want to hear you. When have we reached this point in time? I can't understand that. And it's not like people open the dialogue and be like, okay, I don't understand. Help me understand your point better. I would like to know. Instead, people are like, now let me tell you why you're wrong. There is no growth there. That is a polite way of someone trying to shut another person down. No. I may not believe what you believe in. Right? That may not be my thing, but boo-boo, you believe it? Then that's all good, honey babe. That's good. Now, I would like to learn more about it. How am I going to be able to integrate this into my reality? Because you can learn something from everybody. That's why I did that video on love. Because there are as many ways to the divine as there are blades of grass in this reality. It may not be my way, but if it's your way, how can I help support you in your way? That's an empowered person. You want emancipation? Emancipation comes from love. Okay? You emancipate yourself from the dogmas, from the hurt, from the victimization, from the fear, from the anger, from the rage, from all of those things, and you emancipate yourself into love. And then you become a support for everyone's evolution, no matter what that may be. Okay, because when you become a spiritualist, you start seeing all the potential. And that is so beautiful. So beautiful. You can see where people can go and what they can do. But you also see that people aren't doing it. And that becomes painful and disheartening and crushing at times. We hear of all of these different beings who feel pain for us, who mourn us, because they have a perspective, they have a vantage point, and they can see what we're not doing and how that's affecting us and how that's hurting us. So as you align yourself with higher vibrations, you start to see those things. When you talk about some of the most powerful spiritualist people in this world, Jesus Christ, he saw the problems of what seeing things in one way did, and he tried to change it. Gandhi, Buddha, Lao Tzu, they all talk about the pain that they feel watching the human race destroy themselves by not being able to accept things that are outside of what is considered the norm. The norm, my witches, is only what a group of people consider to be right, rather than it is human, and because it is human, it is normal.
I watched another video with Stephen Fry where he actually said, when did it become more important to be right rather than, or we focus on, being right rather than being effective? In the way that we talk to each other now, and with the whole cancel culture and stuff, that's not effective.
No, it's not. We are just, again, limiting people. Have we not learned from the past? Isn't this why the Holocaust started?
I was gonna say, if you really want to go out there, you could call these people fascists, because that's what they do. But
Right.
you know, when you said they don't want to listen to what you have to
Exactly.
say, that's fascism.
Well, exactly. But again, that's why that happened, right? Why did America leave Great Britain? Because they were being limited and limited and limited and limited. What are we trying to do? Wait until the whole world explodes? We destroy the whole world because we're doing the same thing and have not learned the lesson from it? Keep on pushing people back and they're going to come out swinging. Keep on adding pressure and it's going to blow. How do we get past that? Love. Acceptance. Right? Allowing people to be able to be who they are and taking communication to be able to relieve some of that pressure so that everyone can learn and grow and evolve. All right. That is our episode for today. If you have not subscribed, you know you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below. Don't forget to press that bell icon so you're notified when a new video comes out, because you know you don't want to miss a thing. I said it before, my witches, my spiritualists, and I'll say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It's an honor to have you in my magic. And you're always in my heart. I love you, my witches, and I will see you again on another episode of Witch. Please. I love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.